Good morning, Human Bio online students. Welcome to our first day of class, and I want to give you a little overview of our course getting started so everybody feels comfortable with how we proceed through our weekly folders. So my name is Jill Carr. I'll be your instructor this semester, and I look forward to working with each of you, and hopefully you have a really good experience this summer with our course. So looking at, first of all, the left side of your page, I'm going to turn this instructor view off. So looking at the left side of your page, you'll see the announcements page. That always comes up first in the class, so you'll see whatever I posted here. And then you have the assignments tab, and the assignments tab has all the folders that you'll proceed through every week. So if I'm going to click on that, I'll show you what it looks like. So this gives you some information on how to register your access code, going through the tools menu here on the left side of your page, and your first weekly folder is here and available for you to get started. And every week is very repetitive. There's always lecture homework at the Connect digital access code website that you're going to access through the tools menu or right here through the folder. Once you get registered, it'll be right here in the folder. There's a lab activity, a lab quiz, and a lecture quiz. So you'll notice today is May 11th, and your first assignment is not due, the lecture homework is not due until next Monday, and the lab activity is due next Monday, and these are by 10 p.m. So that gives you a full week to go through the content, learn the material, watch my videos, and get comfortable with the material before you have to actually do any kind of assessment. And then the lab quiz will be due on the 19th, which is next Tuesday, and the lecture quiz next Wednesday. And that's a repeating pattern. You'll always have homework and lab activities due the following Monday that a week opens up, and then the lab quiz on Tuesday and the lecture quiz on Wednesday. Because I know it can be busy, especially if you're taking more than one class. I want to make the class very predictable and very structured for you. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this folder here, and it'll show you what's inside of it. So here's your syllabus quiz. That just reviews everything in the syllabus that is found under this tab here on the left, the Start Here Syllabus and Schedule. If you read all that, print it off, have it handy, you'll score 100% on that syllabus quiz. And then the lecture folder has my videos for the lecture content, and then the lecture quiz and the lecture homework. So here's the videos to watch. Here's the homework that you're going to just click right on this link, and it takes you right to that access code website, the Connect website. So you'll access it right here. You don't want to go to the Connect website separately outside of Blackboard. That's the wrong way to get to our class. The way to get to the homework is clicking right here on the link, right in the folder. It's very convenient that way. Here is a video overview on the states of matter, and here's your lecture quiz. And again, the lecture quiz is always due the following Wednesday by 10 p.m. And then I have a video here about fad diets. So this is the content for lecture for your first week. Now I'm going to go back up here, go back to our week 1 folder, and then I'm going to go to the lab folder. And if I click on the lab folder, it has everything you need for lab. So there's a video of me talking about the scientific, or I think it's just a general video of talking about the scientific method. Then there's a Kahoot game to review for the lab quiz on the scientific method. And then there's your scientific method lab quiz. And this is the scientific method lab activity. So these are all right here in the folder for you to access. Makes it very easy. Every week there's a lecture folder and a lab folder that has everything you need. And again, if you go to this folder, you'll see that everything you need, go back to the assignments tab, everything that you need to complete each week I have numbered here, numbered 1 through 5. So if it reaches the end of the week, you can kind of just check these off, and you'll know that you've done everything that's required for that week's material. And then if you click over here on My Grades, you can look and see that you've done everything. So there's due dates listed here for these assignments. So if you look at the due dates, you can make sure that you've completed something. You should have a grade here on the right-hand side for anything that has a due date that has passed. That way you know you're caught up and you're doing well in the class. You'll see there's lots of assignments here that we're going to complete this semester. But as long as you're looking at the Sorry, I have dogs here. Long as you're looking at due dates, you should be good. I can see we need to adjust a date here. Sometimes that happens. If some of the dates are off because the computer didn't update, I can fix those. But the due dates that you're going to follow and really pay attention to are in the folder under the assignments tab. These due dates are what stands. Anything in the folders. Okay, next we're going to go over to the Start Here Syllabus tab. This is where you'll find all the information in getting started with our course. So we have the online course syllabus. There's a lecture notes packet that you can print off at any print shop, and I highly recommend you print off the lecture notes. That way you can highlight, take notes, and have a reference for doing the homework. And then the access code. So I'm going to just open up the syllabus to get started here and show you a couple of things there. So looking at our syllabus, I'm just going to open it up here. Alright, so if I proceed through here, I can see the start and end date. Here's the access code that you need for getting started in our class. And then just some competencies, accessibilities. Here's the grading scale. We kind of go 90 for an A, 80 for a B, 70 for a C. And this is just some course responsibilities, kind of telling you what I'm going to do on my end, what you should do on your end to be successful. Really important that you read through these tips for email communication. For example, if you're sending an email, you want to use words that are friendly and seeking information, like, can you clarify this assignment, or can you check on a due date that I think maybe I missed, or just staying really positive is really important in our class. Starting off an email with I'm confused always makes people feel a little bit like there's a negative tone, so just always choose a tone and words that are optimistic, that we can work things out. And because I'm a very flexible instructor, I really enjoy teaching online, and I like the interaction with students, but we just have to really work hard on being positive and respectful, even when things can get a little stressful. And I can understand that things do get a little stressful at times, but we always have to, be considerate of each other and give each other the benefit of the doubt. So if there's something that seems like it's a more sensitive issue, or the tone of an email is particularly angry, I will initiate a phone call and oftentimes pull in the advisor so we can have a better communication style, because some students just need a little extra help in learning how to communicate via email, because it's a really important skill, and we always want to be careful what we communicate in a written format. If it's something that people are frustrated or whatever, we want to always really be careful how we write those emails, because they're not always a good representation of a person when they are particularly nasty in an email. So we try to just be as positive as possible. When it comes to communicating, 24 to 48 hours is a response time that I'd like to ask for students, and I would expect the same of you, that if I email you, it would take 1 to 2 days for you to respond back. Sometimes people are working, things come up during the day that you're not able to get on at night, so I totally get that. Online classes, we're not always at our computer 24/7. That wouldn't be healthy. It wouldn't be healthy for me, and it wouldn't be healthy for my students. So I would say a 24 to 48 hour response time is reasonable. So do be aware of that, and if you have a question, I will get back to you. And if I don't, if for some reason I get a bunch of emails that say Blackboard crashes and there's a lot of emails coming in, sometimes those emails get buried and I can miss some. So do just email me back saying, hey, did you get my email from the other day? Still asking, a question on this or that. Not a problem. I even underline this. I never ignore a student email, ever. I never, get frustrated with a student and just ignore them. That would be very unprofessional on my part, and that would be wrong. So I would never, ever ignore any student, no matter who they are. I would never do that. So please know that I'm on your side, and I always want to work with students. So, sorry about that, barking dogs. Anyway, so let's see, moving on. You can do a makeup or retake if you miss an assignment or a quiz. Just email me. You have a maximum of 1 retake, 1 missed assignment per semester. So you have an option to do that to raise your grade. Just prepare to spend a lot of time outside of class, outside of my videos, learning and reviewing the material before you test. They always recommend 2 hours for every 1 hour in class. So important to give the class enough time. If you withdraw from the class or you drop, do withdraw from the My Western account. Instructors cannot withdraw students from their classes. You have to do that through your My Western account. And if you look here, this is just an outline of our semester. I would recommend printing off these last 2 pages. So this is pages 6 and 7 of the syllabus. I would print this off, that way you have it handy, you know every week what we're covering. You can put a little check mark if you've done it, if you've completed the work. That way you know that you are ready to go and you haven't missed anything. So that this has all the dates of everything and what we go through in lecture and lab. So I'm going to get out of there, I'm going to go back to this and back to our assignments tab. So the first thing that I'd like everybody to do is to register their access code. So if I go to Tools here, you're going to click on McGraw-Hill Higher Education, and if you don't have an access code, it will direct you on how to purchase one. And it's really the cheapest way to get your access code is to click on this and go to the McGraw-Hill website, and you'll be all set. So that's the first thing you need to do. And then you're going to go back into our Assignments tab. And clicking on this first folder here, you're going to take the syllabus quiz. So after you've read through that syllabus, printed off the last 2 pages and put it near your computer so it's handy, you're going to take this quiz. And then you're going to click on this and introduce yourself. And just let us know why you're taking the class, what your plans are, all those things to kind of let us know. So let us know just a little bit more about yourself. Just click on this and then you tap on Create Thread to do a discussion board. And I see a lot of people have done that already. That's great. So you just click on Create Thread. So that's how that works. So if you have any questions this semester, don't hesitate to email me. I have my contact information on the syllabus, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you this semester. Have a great summer online.